Now, here is some new transhumanism that we can maybe all look forward to. I don't really know. If you've been jealous of Wolverine's power to self-heal, well, never fear, because DARPA wants to help ordinary people with this power as well. This is a new military-sponsored program. It aims to develop a tiny device that can be implanted in the body, where it will use electrical impulses to monitor the body's organs and healing these crucial parts when they become infected or injured. Now, according to DARPA, the program could reduce dependence on pharmaceutical drugs and offer a new way to treat illnesses. It could also lead to the development of implants that help treat brain and mental health disorders, such as epilepsy, traumatic brain injury, and depression. Now, of course, with this press release, it all sounds very interesting. And of course, I would love to have the ability to self-heal, but we all know that DARPA and the Pentagon are not actively working against the interests of Big Pharma to give us all the ability to not need pharmaceuticals and the like. So I'm definitely going to have to say that there's a little bit more to this story than this tiny little Wolverine-like implant. Now, I know that David Knight has raised this point many times in the past. He's always saying, watch out for these self-driving cars, because you never know, is it going to have to make the decision to kill you in order to save a family? Well, now it has been confirmed through tests. Robots with morals. They're meant to save lives. They often make deadly decisions. And this is in a somewhat alarming experiment at Bristol's University of the West of England. It used robots who were programmed to be aware of their surroundings, and a separate program which instructed robots to save lives where possible. Now, despite having the time to save 1 out of 2 humans from the experiment's whole, the robot failed to do so more than half the time. And in the final experiment, the robot only saved 16 out of 33 times. Now, this robot was programmed to save humans wherever possible, and all was fine until they introduced a third human robot to the equation. Now, the choice had to be made of which human to save first. And this caused the initial robot to hesitate, kept changing its mind, and this caused both of the human robots to fall into the experiment's hole and die. Now, the scientist there in charge said it was a bit unexpected. There was clearly time to save at least 1 robot, but it just left them half the time. It just stood there and failed to rescue either one, whereas there was clearly time to save at least 1. So, same as in the case of self-driving cars, if the car is programmed to save the maximum amount of lives, it's very possible that it could make the decision to drive you off of the cliff in order to save the family of 4 coming up in the car next to you that maybe in your own human driving skills you could have avoided, but it doesn't matter because the computer made the decision for you, because that's how it programmed. So obviously there are still a few more kinks to work out before we see the full-on rise of the robots. But have we gone too far? Now, I just included this last story in our rundown tonight because I just thought it was so bizarre. A pet goldfish had surgery to remove a life-threatening tumor from his head. This is 10-year-old goldfish George, and he was having trouble eating and moving around, and he was even getting bullied by other fish. So his family elected to have surgery on the beloved fish. Now, in order to knock out the fish during surgery, the doctors set up 3 buckets, one with an initial dose of anesthetic in the water, another with the anesthetic given to keep the fish asleep throughout the surgery, and then there was a 3rd bucket with clean water where the fish would recover. During surgery, a tube ran from the middle bucket into the goldfish's mouth, and that anesthetic-filled water ran over George's gills while Rich removed the tumor. And it was a very big tumor, and George the goldfish had to get 4 stitches. And they said after being placed into the recovery bucket, he was injected with pain medicine and antibiotics, but soon afterwards, he took a couple of breaths on his own and started swimming around. What? This is a goldfish. How does this even happen? This is a family's beloved pet. I get it, but they just did brain tumor surgery on a goldfish. I've seen it all. Oh, doctor said the surgery went swimmingly.
You've experienced and heard about the benefits of super male vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.